The Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul presser was today. And to us hardcore boxing fans, we know this fight is trash. The undercard looks very good. I probably watch it for the undercard. But you know how Gervonta Davis is. When you ask him about competition in his division, he gets irritated and almost crashes out, right? So let me set this question up. This reporter asked Gervonta Davis, how does he feel about his fans being unhappy him fighting Jake Paul instead of a competitive fight in his division? And Gervonta gives his response. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Let's listen to Gervonta Davis's response again.
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to hate.
Gervonta Davis did make some valid points, but the thing is, he's a hypocrite. He does the same thing everybody else does. When a fighter looks bad in a fight, he's on Twitter talking about it. The personal life, he talks about the personal life as well. Now, when he has problems, now he has a problem with people talking about his personal life. And when he was asked about Lamont Roach, he couldn't even answer the question. Because what we know about Gervonta Davis is this. Even his trainer, Calvin Ford, says this, that they don't want to be in fights where they're not be able to do what they want to do. Means they want tailor-made opponents. And he thought Lamont Roach was going to be another easy opponent that was going to knock out and move on to fight Jake Paul. But after that fight, and I think Gervonta Davis he lost that fight. He says, I better take this Jake Paul fight and get this money before I even think about fighting Lamont Roach again, which I don't think he is. And this is one of the reasons, there's a couple other reasons why he doesn't like Terrence Crawford, but this is one of the main reasons he don't like Terrence Crawford. Gervonta Davis wish he was a gully like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford runs to the smoke, Gervonta Davis runs from it. Because, in his words, he don't want to be embarrassed. Also, he is scared of losing. Nobody wants to lose. If anybody's been an athlete who listens to this, know what I'm talking about. But we compete for the glory. We want to compete to show we're better than the next man or the next woman. Gervonta Davis is not like that. He's not built like that. He's not built like a Terrence Crawford who's a throwback. Terrence Crawford takes risk over and over again to prove his greatness. Gervonta Davis does not do that. He does not want to lose. He doesn't want to be embarrassed. He does not want to take risky fights. He doesn't even want to compete. He wants to be the one with the upper hand in all the fights. He doesn't want to test how good he is or how good he can be. He is fine with fighting low-hanging fruit. And he says boxing wins again. Boxing does not win with this circus fight. We will win if you fight Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis. Now, I'm not knocking Jake Paul because this is what Jake Paul does. But Tank Davis is a different story. Once he got a sniff of competition, he ran. He ran and joined the circus. And I can remember arguing with Tank Davis fans over and over again. They try to sell me that this guy is a top pound-for-pound fighter. I have respect for Zab Judah, but I have to disagree. Tank Davis is not on my top pound-for-pound list if I had one. But I would definitely check it out on Netflix because it looks like the undercard is going to be pretty good. But the fight, we know the fight is going to be a circus. I think it's the end of the draw. They get their money, which will be a lot of money, and that'll be the end of that. We'll see what Tank Davis does after that. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind if the guy decides to retire. I mean, it's not like we're going to get the fights we want anyway, like the Shakur Stevenson, like the Teofimo Lopez, the Devin Haney's. We're not going to get those fights in anyway, so It wouldn't surprise me after he fights Jake Paul, he'll fight someone like a Manny Pacquiao. But anyway, leave your thoughts or comments below. Beezy, I'm gone.
I don't want to put a lot out there, but it's just, doing what's best for me and what's right for me, and